You've created an Instagram account for your business, posting content, you're excited, you're ready to start generating some leads and sales from your Instagram, and then crickets. You're not getting leads, or at least high quality leads. You're not getting clients or sales. Heck, you're not even getting a lot of likes and comments. If that sounds familiar, then make sure you watch to the end of this video because I'm sharing the proven 3-step Instagram sales funnel that converts followers to customers. And I say proven because it's the same 3-step funnel that worked for thousands of the small businesses that we've helped grow. And in case you don't know, I'm Brandy with Live Marketing, the digital marketing agency with a mission to help small businesses grow. We've generated $272 million in revenue for our clients using social media ads alone. And today I'm going to share the Instagram specific sales funnel that we implement for our clients to generate that kind of revenue. Before we get into it, if you'd rather have us manage your marketing for you from top to bottom to help you generate leads and sales at a profitable rate, fill out our contact form linked below, schedule a call, and you'll get a free custom marketing proposal and quote to go with it. All right, let's start by quickly defining what the ideal Instagram sales funnel looks like. It's called a funnel because of the way it looks visually. You want a wide mouth at the top to capture as many people within your audience as possible. And then as you move further down the funnel, the wrong people will fall off and the right people will continue on until they become a customer. Now, I've seen people stretch this funnel out to have like 6 or 7 stages. As you know, we've condensed ours down to 3, but the reality is you can put however many stages in your funnel that you want to. It's really whatever makes the most sense for your business. But we found that if you strip away all the extra stuff, it ultimately comes down to these 3 stages: awareness, consideration, and conversion. Awareness is the first stage, and that's why it's at the top. People cannot buy from you if they don't know you exist. So the first step is to make the right people aware of your brand. Consideration is in the middle. This is often the part that can get stretched into like 3 or 5 different stages, but ultimately it just means they know your brand exists and now they're thinking about you. They're considering you. And then you've got conversion. This is the part where they convert from a potential customer to an actual customer. And again, some people add steps after this to their funnel when existing customers are ready for the upsell, or steps to maintain the relationship after the initial conversion, etc. But for the sake of today's video, we're gonna keep it simple with the 3 main stages because we're about to make this funnel an Instagram specific sales funnel that any business owner can start implementing today, even if you've never had a sales funnel before. So starting with the awareness stage, these are some of the Instagram specific tools that you can use to garner awareness on the app. First, we've got Instagram ads. The best Instagram ads are actually run through Facebook Ads Manager. If you've watched our channel for a while, you know that we don't recommend boosting posts or running ads directly through the Instagram app because it doesn't give you as many targeting options or campaign controls as Facebook Ads Manager does. So when you run Instagram ads through Facebook Ads Manager, you can choose from their list of objectives. Under the awareness and engagement objectives, you can boost your post engagement, video views, and even DMs. So with this route, you're paying Instagram to show your content to a specific audience that you select, which would be your target audience. And that way you're getting targeted awareness coming in at the top of your sales funnel, not just any and everybody. You want qualified people entering your sales funnel at the top who actually have the potential to convert later. If you've never ran Instagram ads before, but you want to learn how, watch this video next. If you don't really have the budget to run ads right now, I have 2 other things you can do to garner awareness organically. First is posting Instagram Reels. Reels can get reach better than static images sometimes because videos usually retain people's attention more than static images do, and the algorithm will push whichever content is keeping people on the app. There's also a few things about Reels in particular that lend themselves to a bigger reach. For example, most Reels typically have a song attached to them, and if a person likes another Reel with that same song, Instagram is likely to show them other Reels that are using that song, like yours. If you're putting hashtags in the caption, people may see your Reel in their feed because they follow one of those hashtags. I, for example, love following independently owned bookstores. I love visiting bookstores whenever I travel. It's just my thing. So because I follow the hashtag indie bookstore on Instagram and I like a lot of bookstores posts, Instagram often serves bookstore content to me. That is how I randomly found Parnassus Books, which is a bookstore in Nashville, Tennessee. I was organically served one of their Reels one day and I followed them and engaged with their content ever since. The reason being, their Reels are awesome if you love books. They have different Reels series like New to You, where they share older books, but if you haven't read them, then they're new to you. They have another series where where they share upcoming author events, newly published books, picks of the month, and so on. I've added several books to my TBR pile from watching their entertaining recommendations on Reels, and I'm planning to visit their store one day soon. So that's a real life example of Reels garnering targeted attention or awareness in action. And then the last tool for the awareness phase is your bio. Having all of your information filled out, especially if you're a brick and mortar, can play a huge role in whether people find you organically on Instagram or not. So just another quick story time. I recently planned a day to go bookstore hopping around Chattanooga, Tennessee. I wasn't kidding y'all, I really do love bookstores. So in order to make the most of our day, I went on Instagram and typed in Chattanooga bookstores and tapped on the Instagram map. If you're not already familiar with this feature on Instagram, you need to be. Looking at the local shops in the area that have an Instagram presence is how I found the book and cover. We could see their address, their hours, we could get a sense of the vibes, because you know it's a double win if it's a cute bookstore. But listen to this, not only did we find it on Instagram, we visited it, posted about it, and purchased books from them. So how's that for an Instagram sales funnel from start to finish? Awareness to consideration to conversion all in one day. But here's the thing, we never would have found them if they didn't have a strong Instagram presence and a completed optimized bio. All right, the next phase is the consideration phase. So at this point, people have seen or heard of your brand before, they know you exist, but if you don't engage them, they're going to forget about you. So here are the Instagram tools that you can use to engage your top of funnel followers. Instagram stories is probably the most well-known and easiest tool to get started with. People who follow you will see that you're posting stories at the top of their newsfeed, and it's a great way to cut through the noise of the feed posts and reels. Plus, once they're watching your stories, you can engage them with story features like polls, quizzes, multiple choice questions, ask me anything boxes, etc. Doing this not only strengthens your brand recall with your followers, but it also gives you a valuable pulse on the type of content your followers care about most. You can see a direct correlation in terms of what they engage with most in your stories. And I'll also add here that you can put a poll, a sliding bar, and add your sticker and more on Reels too, not just stories. Next is Instagram subscriptions. Now I have a whole video on this, so I won't rehash everything here, but basically Instagram subscriptions allows you to monetize by offering exclusive content and benefits to your most engaged followers at a monthly fee. Your followers can subscribe through an in-app purchase on their mobile device, and you can manage your subscriptions in the Instagram app. So as an example, this is an account that I think uses Instagram subscriptions beautifully. The username is Curl Vision, and it's a hairstylist that specializes in curly hair. You can see any account subscriptions here under the crown if you're subscribed. If not, it'll look like this. The Curl Vision account posts consultation reels showing what they talked about with curly hair clients when they come in, process of how they're going to achieve their hair goals, etc. But if you want to know the exact products they're using or get a step-by-step process of what they do to the hair, you have to subscribe and pay a $5 monthly fee. So basically, subscriptions allows you to draw people in with your public reels and then gatekeep the really good value for a fee that they can pay for. This not only gets you a little extra cash on the side, but it gets your followers further invested into your brand. When it comes time to pay for your product or service, they're not going to go to any other competitors when they are subscribed to you. Next, we have Instagram Lives, which can then be saved as permanent videos in your feed. A lot of businesses use Lives to answer FAQs or frequently asked questions, or show how something works, or show behind the scenes, all of which get viewers more invested in your brand. Honey Company Savannah Bee Co. does a great job of this. They post lives all the time, sharing all the ways you can prepare their honey and spreads in meals or for snacks, or they educate their audience on the importance of bees and so on. When you start putting faces to the brand name or showing all the ways the product or service can be incorporated into your life, it strengthens the brand-consumer relationship. All right, now lastly, we have the conversion phase. At this point, you've captured their attention, you've engaged with them, provided free value, and built a relationship. Now it's time to ask for the sale. And there are three main tools to do that. The first one is to run Instagram ads again, but this time select the sales campaign if you're looking for direct sales on your website, or the lead campaign if you're looking for contact conversions on your website. And you'll want to specifically retarget all of the views and engagement you've received up to this point. You can technically target a cold audience too with these types of ads, but targeting a warm audience is going to convert better every time. The difference in the campaign objectives here is that Facebook will show the ad to people within within your selected audience who are most likely to convert, unlike the engagement campaigns where they show the ad to people within your selected audience who are most likely to engage. By selecting the sales or lead campaign, you're letting Facebook do some of the heavy lifting for you and finding qualified leads and customers. If you sell products, you can also set up an Instagram shop so that people can buy your products right there within the Instagram app, something Morgan shows you how to do in this video. And then lastly, whether you're an e-commerce store owner or you own a service-based business, you can select a CTA or call to action in your bio that makes the most sense for you, be it view shop to look at your Instagram shop and start perusing, or contact us to prompt them to schedule a meeting with you. All of your efforts up to this point should make asking for the sale here in the bottom of your Instagram funnel easy and profitable.